Oh, yeah.
Hello out there, whoever you are. Aha! Hey Cam, what's going on? It looks like it's just you here tonight, buddy. I wasn't planning on doing it, and then everybody on Keith's thing thought I was gonna be going on tonight, so I might as well. Not much else to do. So I'm gonna be smart this time, and I'm gonna color the inside of this before I start building it all. Because last time I forgot to do that, and then I had a hard time painting it all in afterwards. Johnny's here too. What's up, Johnny? How's it going, buddy? So I could just use I got some black paint, but you gotta go over it 3 or 4 times before it's thick enough. And this stuff here, one application of this marker, it's paint. Gotta kind of pump it up. It's just chilling. All right. Cam and John are chilling downstairs. Chilling like the downstairs villains. Figure I might as well get some more of this done. I try to be a little more smarter about it this time. I learned from the first nacelle I did. It's kind of an order that I should have went in. So I don't expect too many people to show up tonight. I didn't really plan this one. I didn't really announce it. Just filling in for Buck. So it took me a little bit to get ready. Wasn't ready to go right after Keith's stream. Just in case anybody missed it, I was on producing for Keith on his channel that he recently rebranded Bricks and Sprues, and he was doing the Captain Jack Sparrow pirate ship Lego build, and it was looking pretty cool. It was getting a lot done. Looks like it's going to be a pretty cool buoyancy operated aquatic transport when he's done. All right, so just get all this coated. Takes a little extra time, but that is super dark. There's no light coming through that. So, guys, I finally started watching Star Trek Prodigy a couple days ago, yesterday. Cam was cleaning the kitchen. Yeah, Mary was doing that, and I was gonna help. And then by the time I was done, Mary was pretty much done with doing that. But I managed to do a little bit of it today. But yeah, Mary got it pretty much done. So yeah, as I was saying, I started watching Prodigy. Haven't been able to watch it before because when Netflix picked it up, evidently Netflix in Canada didn't pick it up, and we freaking signed up for Netflix just so I could watch it, and then they didn't have it on there. And I was not a merry man. Don't mind that sound, it's just my fully functioning ice machine. Sounds like a spaceship powering down. Painting a thing. Everybody's watching me painting a thing. Painting a thing. Painting a thing. Blocking the light from shining through the thing. Come paint a thing with me. Okay, almost done that. Oh, you can barely hear the ice cam. Mary's LOLing my comment about the fully functioning ice machine. What's going on? Why is my chat flickering and showing me the same comment twice? Weird. That is so weird. Mary's LOLing me. LOL, Jody. LOL. And down the edge here, because there's going to be already a gap that I'll have to fill anyways, and it's not going to help if there's an unblocked spot of light coming through right there. Try not to get too much on there because I gotta glue it. Yeah, this cheap ass paint pen works pretty good. Okay, so And some things I need to make for this is going to be this back detail here. These little coolant tube details. Got to make the chiller grill. Those 3 little plates. And the Bussard collector. 3D painters here. What's up, Ron? What's up, man? How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. I'm doing the modified nacelle here from the Enterprise D, getting turned into the original series looking Enterprise. Got some little gap filling to do on the back, but this one's basically done. It needs paint and putty. So that's what I'm doing. I just started it on the second nacelle. So I got to make this cowling that goes around the back end. I got to make this little bendy plate right there that mounts the this little bit that I got from one of these stick-on hooks right there. Spent a while looking for something that would work for that. I attempted to mold some out of some clay, but that didn't work so good. I was trying some other things, but that didn't work. But I found these in the drawer, so I was like, hey, there you go. I was like, oh, I should go get some Tic Tacs and cut a Tic Tac in half. It would be perfect, but this is even better. It's more like a fisherman's friend. Eh? All right. He says that's looking great, dude. It's getting there. It's getting there. If I give us a little bit less. There we go. Yeah, so once I close that up and get her all painted there, yeah, that's going to be not bad, not bad. I still haven't figured out my nacelle pylon situation for this. So they're going to come out. I think I want them to come out of the under part here, the lower part, and not up here like the original. Because I don't know, because it makes them too far forward. If I mount them like up here, it makes them too far forward and it goes underneath the saucer. Unless I mount it back like this. So I haven't quite decided on that yet. It'd be nice to have a nice angled one coming up like that. I have a piece here that I was thinking of doing this and then kind of flipping it up. But it's very, very almost the same as what it was. Like I was thinking more along the lines of what you see on the Excelsior with that 90-degree angle. So I'll decide on that. But for this, so I need a piece of my Ridgy card here, but not that piece. Because I need my lines going that way. So I'm going to get a chunk from right here. Make sure I have a big enough piece. Get this guy. my freaking ears. Really hard to cut this stuff. I think it's the same as these plastic cheap cutting boards here. And this stuff really resists it too. It's a good, if you have one of those, this is a good mat to use underneath. It's really hard to cut through it. The Sonic Saber doesn't really do a lot of damage. Let's see what Haran says. I wanted to work on the Obi Boga, but my day went way longer than I hoped. Just too burnt. Yeah, I get it. I got the main parts of the base finished last night. Right on. That's awesome. Cameron agrees. Says right on. She says, what angle are you supposed to view it from once it's finished and on display? Well, any angle you want. You just pick it up and look at it. I want it to look good from all the angles, right? So the thing is, where this goes, because this hull is so short, so that ends up, if you mount this where it's supposed to be right here, then that ends up really far forward underneath like that, and I don't want that. I want it like this, sort of out. Maybe I might even make them long, put it way out there. I think that would even be better if it was further out, because it looks weird if it's in like this. Still below like the Enterprise D, but way out here. So I think I'm going to make long ones. I think I'm going to make long pylons that are going to come out either right from here or right from here, just like the original. I think like that, coming off the bottom part like that, but going up instead of straight out. We're going to go up on an angle like this. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Okay, let me see. So I need this because I gotta have that at least that long. Okay, so what I did was I did this in, I first had this together and I was trying to bend a piece around into like a loop to go around that, but I found it was much easier to just do half of it at a time. So I'm gonna give this a little trim. This, because it's all melted on the edges from. See that? Just launched like a freaking rocket. That's how we should be launching people into space. With springs. The power of springs. So the Obi-Wan and Boga is going to be nearly 3 feet tall. Wow. And it's like 4 feet long or 5 feet long. That's crazy. Cam thinks it's going to look good. Yeah, with the long outstretched angled pylons, I think that's what I'm going to go for. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, check this out. Don't know what to call it, but there's one I've been playing with. All right, so I got a nice smooth edge here. That's dry. So I cut that, and I just want to that together for a second. Because I cut this off, but I didn't just get the fret leveling beam. And oh. Just even off the end there. Thanks, Ron. He says it's going to look killer. I've been enjoying your progress on this project. Thanks. I just started this one last week because I was looking for something to do on the group stream with the other guys, and my other projects were kind of on hold for a minute because I was waiting for some stuff in the mail. I was waiting for the tiny shuttles. Donnie sent me some little Cardassian shuttles. So those are little 3D printed little shuttles to go in my Cardassian shuttle bay that I made for the other model. And the Klingon 7D cattle bruiser needs paint, but I'm still too scared to start painting with the airbrush. So I'm putting it off. Because I don't want to screw it up. Those were adorable. Those were adorable? What were adorable? Those were adorable. My little baby nasals, you mean? They're so cute. Look how cute. Ah, oh, look at it. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's like when I was working on the shuttles. Yeah, the shuttles are cute. When I was working on this one, I had these like built and wired like I have this one and turned on, and I was just like sitting there looking at it. After I would turn it on, I'd be like, wow, man, that is so cool. So I did the same thing on this one as I'm doing here. I have the bit of clear sprue there, and I just sand it, scuffed it up, diffused that light, and I have a little LED at each end, and that just makes that entire sprue just glow. And then I just got a white one here. I was worried about this interfering and making it look purple, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on it at all. Almost didn't turn that model off. Would have died my batteries, man. There we go. That's better. It'll be filled in. Ron likes that. You like the NX01 refit, Ron? Like that one? So these pylons here are made out of the handles of some painters paint palette knives, those little plastic ones. Just the handles of those. I made my little shuttle bay out of a piece of a straw right there, my little doors. So this was my second model kit that I made. And the one thing I never liked about this ship is the way these things came off and attached to there. And I figured, you know what, if I'm going to make the refit, I might as well make it a second round of refits. So, the idea is that this thing stuck around and kept going and just kept getting upgraded and refit and repaired right up until the same time frame as the motion picture era movies. That's why it's got that paint job and trying to emulate the Enterprise from the movies, right? Yeah. Thanks, Ron. Thank you very much. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It means a lot. It means a lot to me. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, let me see. I gotta get the Get my pinchies. So I'm gonna try to just bend this just a little bit. I don't want it to like crease. I just want it to curve. And it's hard to do that because of the grooves. So it kind of just wants to bend at the grooves in a straight line. So I just got to be just tiny little amounts. Cool. I'm just trying to match that profile. Bit more. Right. So just give it a little bend like that. And we'll cut there. I'll leave a little bit extra that I can cut off. Okay, I gotta take a lot away. Just trying to bend it in tiny little increments. Yes, increments. I will be the increment of my own destruction. I cut it twice and it's still too short. Big, okay. You just make a mark. Make my mark on it there. Yeah. Just gotta use the force. Force it. Exciting. So exciting. Okay, time for some glue. Or not. My glue appears to be stuck. All right, we're doing it this way. All right. just going to reinforce it with the reinforcement stuff. Stuck it to my hand. All right. Okay, there's one side of that. So there's a little bit sticking out there. Just rub that off. Okay, where's my where did it go? Where is the piece that I have cut? There it is. This stuff gets camouflaged when you put it down amongst a bunch of random junk. As does everything, I suppose. Okay, so let's see if I can get the same size. Gonna go like this. Wrap it around. Right there. All right. So we'll just bend her a little bit here. Right here. There we go. Just wiggle it back and forth to try to get it a little bit more malleable. Because I want that to have a slight bend like that. All right, this isn't perfectly flat. It's got a bit of an arc there. So we'll go with the flattest looking side first. Let's go on. Little tiny bump right there on the end. I'm just gonna shave it off like that. There. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, so there. Bend the end. Oh. I guess I'll have to use this. This stuff works just as good. It's just that it's a little thicker and it doesn't dry as fast. Doesn't mix as well with the baking soda and make that little cement slurry. But if I try to not use too much of it, I should be able to get this on there nicely enough. And then sort of hold it in place for a bit. I'll just hold it with the meat clamps and let it grab it on a little bit. Yeah, this doesn't bond and set quite as quickly as the thinner stuff. So when I let go, it wants to come off. Come on. Right like that. Stay there. Yes, meat clamps. These are my meat clamps. All right, I'm not quite to the end. So I gotta make sure that at least reaches one of the ends, because it's easier to file a bit off than it is to add some on there. I might have to use the welding glue, the melting stuff. Or I might have to just go get some tubes of glue. This thing's almost dead. Everything's running out, dying. So I can't use my cement trick on this stuff because it doesn't soak in as nicely. Gonna have to try this one. This thing is, this one's a little harder to control. Looks like it's open enough. This one's really, really thin. This is basically same as Tamiya super thin. Something like that, right? It's that acetone base and it sort of melts it a little bit. Makes the two pieces bond together. Bit of that, but it works very well with the powder method. It cures really nice and smooth. There, got that over just enough. Okay, looks like I'll have just a little screw up right there. As one does, as I usually do. So a little gap right there, but that's okay because you just get your invisible plastic strip wherever it is, wherever it may be. Where's my invisible plastic strip? Why is it so invisible? Okay, so I just got that. Now I'm just gonna get one of these ridges. Let's get rid of that. I'll take 2 ridges. Give me 2 of them ridges. How's it going, darling? Okay, so I'm just gonna try to get that to stick right there. Try to get the tiniest amount. Of course. What was I thinking? Stay there. That's what I wanted to do. Like that. Yeah, you can't even tell because you can't see it because it doesn't focus. There. See? Now you can tell. As long as you got bad eyes, it's all good. So everyone that looks at my models, don't put your glasses on. I recommend 6 feet away and no glasses. Okay, so we should have a better fit. Better fit, better fit. Now it's too big. Now it's too big. It's too much. I added too much to the end of it there. Well, you know what? I've been here for an hour. And I'm just going to remove that. Fill it in with putty. Who cares? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But I think I'm just gonna call it quits for the night. You guys, not exactly feeling it. I wasn't particularly ready. And that's not really the glue I want to use. I need to get some more of this glue. So if I just keep doing that, I'm going to screw things up. It's getting stuck all over the place, stuck to my fingers. Just doesn't set and behave the way that the other one does. So there we go. Unfortunately, all I got done was that one rear cowling there with the ridges. And it's not done because it needs to be scooped out. There's the hazard piece. So it needs that undercut. So that's easy enough to do. You just carve that down with the Dremel. And carve that out. Apply the little plate. That was pretty easy. All I did was cut a piece and just kind of bend it into the right profile. So that's not going to be a problem. Before we go, just take one more little peek at this guy. Come on, get on there. Get on your spot. It fits so well that you have to like line it up perfectly. Here we go. There we go. It'll be smoothed out on that side. And we'll put the numbers in there. I don't know what the numbers are going to be yet. It's not going to be called the Enterprise. We'll figure something out. Maybe somebody in the chat can give this ship a name when it's done. I got that. I got that. So I'd like that to maybe end up something like that, sort of out here. Yes, better to use the other glue. Yeah, like this stuff works, but it doesn't set as fast, and I have to sit there holding it for longer. And holding it steady without moving a millimeter. So short one tonight. Like I said, I wasn't ready. I wasn't set up. But I'll be on Saturday. Early in the evening. I'm thinking maybe 7 or 8 o'clock. Andrew at Canadian Starships is not going to be on Saturday. He's got a prior engagement to get to, so I'll try my best to fill in for Andrew. Aside from that, tune into the HTM group stream on Friday night, and you should see me there with the other modelers from HTM hanging out and building stuff and laughing, and it's a great old time. And then we do the same thing again on Sunday. And then everybody has their own solo stream through the week. I'll have to figure out, I'll have to ask one of the guys how I put everybody else's channel into my onto my YouTube page as like a link or something. I'm not really sure how to do that. I'll see if I can get that done. Then you guys can go check out the rest of the HTM group streamers and video makers. Everyone's really cool and talented and skilled, and it's fun to watch and learn from each other. So that's it for me for tonight for the little TOS Galaxy Class. As I said, I'll be working on this guy Friday. I got some videos in the box ready to. I gotta work on editing, and I got another video in the works for the Miranda Hornet. That should be coming out soon. Till then, take care. Thanks for checking out Track Mods for this short little 1 hour impromptu stream. And we'll see you guys on the webs.